One of my biggest fears about the January 6th Select Committee is that if Republicans win in the midterms, they're obviously going to disband the committee and all their work is going to be thrown out. Which, of course, is why the committee says, hey, we're going to rush things, try to get it done by summertime for you. Well, I guess in a way to ease my fears, several Republicans have come out recently telling us that they're not going to disband the committee. The committee's going to keep doing some really good work. And that would make me feel better if the work the committee was going to be doing under Republican rule wasn't to just harass and intimidate Democrats. Matt Gaetz had this to say. I don't think we can disband the January 6th committee. I think we have to take over the January 6th committee. Madison Cawthorn added, there are so many questions that are unanswered that people would like to have an answer to when it comes to January 6th. Of course, he's not talking about the Republican involvement. He's not talking about lawmakers working with Trump to overthrow the election. No. What they're getting at is why didn't the Democrats stop January 6th? Why didn't Nancy Pelosi have the Capitol Police, who she doesn't have control over, stop the rioters? That's what they want to do. And of course, they want to ask the committee to look into things like Hunter Biden's laptop. They've made that clear over the last few weeks. So that's what the Select Committee would become. But I do think it's worth pointing out that the two most vocal people here, Matt Gaetz and Madison Cawthorn, both of them might not even be on the ballot this year. One, because Madison Cawthorn over in North Carolina is facing a pretty stiff challenge to his candidacy in court. So, legally speaking, he may not even be allowed onto the ballot. Matt Gaetz, well, he may be indicted by then. I think he will be indicted by then, at which point I don't think he's going to continue to be running for office because he's probably going to have bigger problems to face, right? So both of these two individuals that are talking about weaponizing the January 6th committee against the Democratic Party, both of them are, I wouldn't say extremely unlikely to even be in Congress next year, but I'm going to say there's a good chance both of them could not be in Congress next year. But of course, that all is, the sideshow. The big thing is, Republicans have made it clear, whether it's through the January 6th committee or just through new committees they form or just through acts of Congress, they're going to use the next 2 years if they take back the House trying to make Democrats' lives miserable. They're going to launch investigations. They said they want to look into Afghanistan. Go for it. I don't care. I'm not somebody that's going to get bent out of shape. I do think any investigation they launch is probably going to be stupid and a waste of time. But if that's how they choose to spend their time, then that's also time that they're not putting forth national legislation to ban books or national legislation to ban transgender athletes. And I'm okay if they stay distracted with stupid stuff instead of inflicting real harm on the American public. Because as we've seen at the state level, they're more than willing and more than capable to do that. So go ahead, investigate Hunter Biden, investigate Nancy Pelosi, investigate Afghanistan, investigate everything your heart desires. And if you find any criminal wrongdoing, fantastic, let's hold people accountable. I'm not so partisan that I don't think if a Democrat breaks the law, they shouldn't be held accountable. Hold them accountable. But I doubt you're going to find anything. But at the very least, you're also not going to be destroying the country in the process. So to me, I think that's a win-win situation. Thanks for watching. And if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.